All right, YouTube Counter Punch Boxing. I am incredibly excited. Look, it's going to be a hell of a fight. No matter what happens, I mean, it can go the distance, doesn't matter. The atmosphere, the build-up, the hype. But look, it's going to end in a knockout, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So look, let me get right into it. Teddy Atlas said, "The conditioning of Andy Ruiz set back professional physical conditioning by 10 years. Okay, his conditioning set athletes back, what do you say, 10 years. Okay, look, just follow me. Now listen to the whole video, please. I'm begging you, all right? Stephen A. Smith said, he looked like Butterbean. Okay, talking about Andy Ruiz. And we all know Ellie Seckbach. Why am I talking about him? You'll figure it out. He apparently had a little Twitter war with Stephen A. Smith, claiming Stephen A. Smith knows nothing about boxing because he said Andy Ruiz, looked like Butterbean. He ruined a heavyweight mega fight between Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Long story short, okay, Ellie and Steven had, they just had this little beef or whatever, and he called him out and said, "Look, you don't know anything about boxing." He's got an incredible amateur background. Just a damn good fighter. I don't want to get into the resume because it takes up too much time. Basically, keep your mouth shut, right? But I will give Stephen A. Smith a little bit of credit. He owned up to what he said while he was in front of Andy Ruiz, right? He did an interview with Andy, and he said, "Yes, I said it." And he's like, "How do you feel about that?" He said, "Yeah, I feel like you ruined a mega fight between Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I said it, but I never said you didn't have skill, you couldn't fight, you're a bum. I was talking about the physical conditioning of your, the shape you were in, and the fact that we don't get enough mega fights in boxing." And I give him credit because he said it right to his face. And of course, Andy replied in kind. Okay, it was, I thought he was going to get a little pissed off there, but he didn't. So, but anyway, yeah. But also, a lot of rumors flying around about Andy Ruiz blowing money on cars, houses, jewelry, but who cares what he does with his money, right? Why do people care? I don't understand how that has anything to do with anything, right? Anthony Joshua said playtime is over. Being friendly is over. It's time to go into battle mode, right? So you can see the demeanor shifting, right? I'm going to knock this dude out December, Saudi Arabia. Anthony Joshua wants to take back what he feels is rightfully his, and this is a temporary setback, right? In other words, you're keeping my belts warm. You better keep them clean because they're coming back home. They're coming back to the UK. Shout out UK fans, okay? So first, the most obvious question you probably have, right? Is it going to be another shocking moment in boxing history, or are we going to get a repeat? I don't know. You tell me. Head over to Counterpunch Boxing Talk, TALK, on Facebook. We got a good little debate going on over there. So go check out the group. Also, cliff note, Andy Ruiz said he was going to come in a lot lighter, right? He said he's going to come in a lot lighter. So, I thought that that's kind of interesting, right? And this time they're going to have a full training camp. They had a month, I think, 6 weeks originally, or something like that. I can't quite remember. I think it was like a month and a half. But he's going to be leaner, meaner, lighter, tighter, ready to go. Okay, so we're going to have a well-conditioned Andy Ruiz. And And look, I've always shared the criticism. I think Anthony Joshua, he's built completely wrong. I mean, he is, okay? And I've talked about it a lot on my channel, right? If he had the right team around him and he had the right mindset, he could become a much better heavyweight fighter. I truly believe that. I really do. It's not an insult. I truly believe it. But, I think he's got a case of Amir Khanism, right? I mean, it doesn't matter how you build the dude up. He's got that Amir Khanism. In other words, that little chinny chin chin problem, okay? The Amir Khanism. He does. Look, it's undeniable. But it makes for exciting fights. I mean, you can't take that away, right? It's always like a plus. I mean, what do you say? A positive to a negative. So, by the way, someone said in the comment section, all you talk about is Golovkin and Canelo. I mean, shut the hell up. I mean, what am I talking about right now? I'm gonna address that comment later. But Andy Ruiz said he wants a unification fight with Deontay Wilder, a mega heavyweight, super duper battle royale fight with Anthony Joshua or with Deontay Wilder. And truthfully, I think I'd kind of like to see that more than a rematch, to be honest. I mean, I want to see them both, but I mean, I would love to see that, wouldn't you? I'd almost rather see Ruiz, Deontay Wilder versus Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Okay, I mean, so quick quote from the camp, right? I don't want my 15 minutes of fame. I don't want it to be 15 minutes of fame. I want it to last for a generation. I want to be a champion for many years. He's more hungry. He wants his belts back, and that's giving me more motivation. I only had a month and a half. Oh, it was a month and a half. Okay, I said a month earlier. A month and a half to train for the first fight, but this time we'll have an entire camp, okay? I know Joshua is going to be coming hard. He's going to be coming strong. He's hungry, but I am as well. I know a lot of people are saying I'm not training, but I'm working hard, okay? I made my dreams come true, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make history again, blah, 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 right? So we all know that. Now, getting on to another quote. And just bear with me. I got some good stuff coming up here, right? I felt I was up against a good challenger at the time, okay? I was only champion until July 1st. Andy will only be champion until December 7 when he puts his titles in the air. Two warriors will go to war, and the best man will walk out victorious, okay? I'm really looking forward to the challenge, and I'm glad people are here supporting boxing, right? Eddie Hearn compared this fight to Rumble in the Jungle. Now, wait a minute. Whoa. Back it up. I don't think you can do that. I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know how. Look, that hit my ear the wrong way, okay? Eddie Hearn compared this fight to Rumble in the Jungle, okay? Two heavyweight champions going into a foreign land to battle it out, right? To see who will become victorious, okay? I mean, I guess you could draw like a similarity. I don't think I'd quite call it Rumble in the Jungle. Maybe like Dust Up in the Desert, right? We can call it Dust Up in the Desert. I don't know about Rumble in the Jungle. You know, that's a sacred name, okay? So, you know, careful with that, Mr. Hearn, okay? So, I don't know. You know, where do we go from here? You know, I was going to talk about that. I'm not going to. You know, I will. Fuck it. Or, demonetized. There we go. It slipped. Demonetized. Look, we all know Muhammad Ali wins a round 8 knockout. I actually watched that fight the other night. The fight was I want to throw a little history here because I love that fight. It was delayed. You know, George Foreman got the cut over his eye in sparring. You know, there's a lot of good documentaries out there. So for all you boxing heads out there, go check them out. That's one of my favorite fights of all time. Okay, it really is. The Rumble. Anyway, what's going to happen in a rematch, okay? Anthony Joshua says he got beat by a lucky punch sent from the gods. Like, what is he, like a member of Game of Thrones? Like, you know, he got beat, or a lucky punch from the gods. Or it's like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Like, did you get hit too hard? Like, okay, whatever. And by the way, the fight for you United States, you U.S. fans out there, is going to be early, okay? Early, between 5 and 7 in the evening, okay, here in the States, whether you're in Cali, wherever, it might be like between as early as 5, as late as 7. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It's not going to be like these late pay-per-view, you know, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, what the hell ever. So, Anthony Joshua said the right hand can take you around the block, but a good jab can take you around the world, okay? So, do you think Anthony Joshua is going to try and outpoint Andy Ruiz? It's kind of possible, right? Because I think both teams are expecting a knockout. And Anthony Joshua said, look, 9 times out of 10, I beat this guy. Lucky punch, you know, but I think, in my opinion, this is me, old counterpunch boxing here, I think Anthony Joshua needs the most improvement, right? He needs to change it up the most out of both fighters, okay? I truly believe that. So Tyson Fury said Anthony Joshua quit. And once you quit, you're always going to quit. Once you tap, you're always going to tap. Even Deontay Wilder said the same thing. You go out on your shield, plain and simple. Now, one of my favorite quotes in boxing, Marvin Hagler. He said, it's hard to, you know this, I mean, I feel stupid even saying it, but it's hard to get out of bed at 5 a.m. to go do road work when you're sleeping on satin sheets, right? I mean, wow. I mean, I need to get that framed and put on my wall. It's hard to get out of bed at 5 a.m. to go do road work when you're sleeping on satin sheets. I mean, I think Anthony Joshua had a case of that. You know, again, that Amir Khanism and satin sheets. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's double trouble right there. That's double trouble, okay? You know, I think, you know, look, these heavyweight fighters, they get millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, like, thrown in their lap. I mean, they got the women, the money, the fame, the cars, the jewelry, the houses. And you can't tell me that doesn't change you. I mean, you cannot tell me you wake up tomorrow, you're heavyweight champion of the world, you got a bank full of money, you're out, mansion shopping and looking for your new Ferrari to match your, your helicopter or what the hell ever. That's gonna change you. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, look at Conor McGregor. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to boxing, talk about UFC, but I just watched that the other night. Where it was just, was it Conor McGregor punched that old man because he didn't like his nasty ass whiskey, whatever. But I don't even know what I'm talking about. But my point is, he's a fine example. Look at Mike Tyson. I mean, I can give you example after example in the boxing world, but I think Conor McGregor, he's the most recent victim, of that, that mindset. You get a bunch of money and you lose that competitive edge. You lose that that hardness. I mean, you lose that drive, that hunger, right? And that's why I like Manny Pacquiao so much, because I believe for whatever reason, he's maintained that hunger. People says money gives his money away. Well, of course he's got to fight because he'll go broke, okay? But whatever. So back to these two guys. I mean, what do I think is going to happen right now? It's really early. It's way too early for me to give a prediction. But I mean, just throwing it out there. I kind of think Anthony Joshua is going to make the proper adjustments. I mean, he can use his height, use his range, use the jab, a wide stance, kind of like that karate stance. He can, if he just does the basic fundamental, things in boxing, he can beat this guy. Like you said, I can beat him 9 out of 10 nights, and I believe that. I don't know what happened. He looked like he was drugged on fight night. I mean, I showed you guys video after video and picture after picture. Where is it? And that's Canelo. We don't want to look at Canelo. Where's that pitch? Like right here. You know what I mean? Just that look he had, like something was going on with this dude, and he wasn't right on fight night. And I don't know what was wrong. I don't. And look, I even went back because I thought, well, maybe he had that look in his eye, earlier on in his career. So I went back, watched videos and interviews, and he didn't look like that. I never saw this kind of goofy, weird look in his eyes. I mean, look, this is the look. I never saw that in his eyes, but he just looked weird on fight night. And like I said, I went back, and he didn't look like that in any pre-fight build-up or, right before the bell. I mean, his eyes were down. He looked pissed off, ready to fight. He looked completely different. Like, this is not how you should look going into a heavyweight battle. And it's how he looked. I mean, you just look at his eyes, like, it was weird. Like, something was wrong with this dude on fight night. So, we'll see. But we'll see. We're definitely going to see. But whatever, like I said, whatever happens, it's going to be epic. It's going to be great. Tune in. Look, you guys got to start supporting boxing. There's too much, like, streaming going on. These people out here telling me, oh, go, get a Fire Stick, do this, do that. Why do you pay for that crap? Well, I pay for it because I want to support boxing. And I think you guys should too. I mean, I really do. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Put your comment below, sub to the channel, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Help me out. And again, thank you for all the happy birthday wishes.